Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace and I'm the crocheter, designer behind Stitchberry. Welcome back to my channel, and whatever episode this is of the Stitchberry podcast, I'm trying to pull up my notes right now that says what number this episode is and it's not loading, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna start recording and hopefully they pull up. Honestly, I don't really think I need the notes right now just because I have all my projects and I can kind of see like what I want to talk about. But anyways, I hope you are all doing well and having a wonderful summer. It has been a really good summer so far. It has been extremely busy. I thought I'd be able to film an episode a lot sooner, and here we are almost, I think, like 2 months later and finally filming a podcast episode. But I'm so excited to sit down. I have made so much progress on projects and I have started so many new things, and I'm really excited to talk about it. Yes, I switched up the background some more. I'm in the guest bedroom. I thought that this would be a cute little cozy background. It is a cloudy day. I'm not sure if it's supposed to storm, but I was like, you know, this is the perfect day to just sit down, wear a cozy sweatshirt, even though it's like 80 degrees outside, but I like being cozy. And this is a new sweatshirt for me. It's called Kindred Spirits Club, and if you know me, you know that Anne of Green Gables is literally like my favorite story of all time. I absolutely adore it. So when one of my absolute favorite YouTubers, Darling Desi, she does these sweatshirts, like different seasonal sweatshirts every year, and so when she had this one for the spring, I had to get it. So I will make sure to have her link down below, as well as her shop Honeywood Hollow, just so then you can keep an eye out for any more sweatshirts that she does in the future, because they are literally the coziest thing ever. I got a large, so it's quite big, but I just love oversized sweatshirt. And I also wanted to talk about this little situation here. I went to Michigan back in June for a little vacation, and I found this at a thrift store, and it is literally one of my favorite things I have ever gotten at a thrift store. So I like to display Hermione, my snake plant, as well as my little basket that has my scraps from a project, which I will be showing you later, the finished project. And I always like to have a candle burning, and I thought it was perfect to set my coffee on here as well. That was a pretty long intro, so I think it's time to just dive in to some finished objects. The first one is kind of boring, but that's okay. I'm really working this summer on working through the yarn in my stash. And one of my goals for June was to work through all of my cotton yarn, and so I made some washcloths. So I will just show you all of them and then I will go through the details. So first of all, I love washcloths. They are one of my favorite things to crochet, like seriously ever. They're so quick, they're so easy, and I love using them on my face. I use one in the morning and I use one in the evening to wash my face, and I find them to be so much softer and more gentle on my face than store-bought washcloths. So yeah, I just love washcloths, and I had some skeins in my stash and I wanted to use them up in the month of June, and I'm happy to say I did that. So this is the first pattern. This is the Pebbles washcloth. It's a free crochet pattern on my blog, super quick and easy. Oh, and I should also say that all of this yarn is We Crochet or Knit Picks Dishy in linen, swan, and I forget the gray color. So yes, this is the Pebbles washcloth. So this is the linen color. This is the Market washcloth. Yeah, I don't think I did all of the rows because it does look a little bit shorter from side to side like this. I think it was because maybe I'd run out of yarn. I don't remember, but I think I just stopped when I thought it looked good. But I did like follow the length of the stitch pattern for the Market washcloth. So this is Swan, and yeah, I don't remember what the gray color is. And I actually really like how this one turned out. This is also the Market washcloth. I also did not block any of these. These are all for me. I wasn't going to take the time to block them. But I really like this one. I just rotated through all 3 of the colors, and I really liked how it turned out. I think it's super cute. And then this last one was the last one that I crocheted, so I was just using up all of the scraps. So I started with the gray because this is all that I had left of the gray. When I ran out of the gray, then I added in the cream, the Swan color, used up all that I had left of that, and then I used up the rest of the brown, which I might honestly still have some brown somewhere. I don't quite remember. Yeah, I honestly don't know. But that's this one, which it's kind of cute. It's a little, she's a little scrappy, but she's cute. And for this one, there's no pattern. I just rotated through 1 row of single crochets and then 1 row of double crochets. And I just did that until I liked the length. I didn't do a border or anything. I just left it like this. And then I also crocheted, I've not used these yet either, but I crocheted a couple of makeup remover wipes. I don't like makeup remover, like the wipes, you know, that you like just wipe over your whole face. I like using like the micellar water. So I like to pour a little bit of that onto a cotton round and use that to get all of the makeup off my face. And so I wanted to try making some reusable little cotton rounds to do that. I have yet to try it. We'll see. I honestly keep forgetting that I made these. So I did crochet these. These are, it's single crochet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, and then I just slip stitched the last round just to give it a nice little clean edge. Finished objects number 1, and the next finished object, almost, I still have some ends to weave in. So excited. I also need to block it too, but my advent wrap is finally done. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm so obsessed with how this turned out. I think it is so pretty, and I'm so happy. I'm over halfway done with weaving in the end, so I have all of the ends woven in here, and I just have this much more. I think 9 more colors, so 18 more ends to weave in. I've kind of been doing a little bit at a time over the past week. But for the yarn, I used oaken fiber. She just had some oopsie minis that I purchased from her to make this. So I'm not going to talk a lot about this just because I've talked a lot about it and I will continue to talk about it. But this is a pattern that I am specifically designing for a 24-day mini skein advent. I will be releasing this in the next few months. I need to finish writing up the pattern and getting photos and doing everything that goes with writing a pattern. Obviously, it does not need to be used for an advent. You could just use it for scraps. You could do it all in one color or just stripe 2 colors or whatever. It is so pretty. Oh, like looking at it in the camera, I'm like, I made that. That is so pretty. So I cannot wait to release this pattern. I've literally started this in February and I took lots of breaks from it and all of that, but I'm just so happy with this. Okay, moving in to works in progress. I have made so much progress on so many projects. I'm like bursting to show you. The first one is the sweater. It looks like a sweater. So this is another project you have seen so much on the podcast, so I'm just going to quickly go over details and then talk about my progress. So I'm using Sorella Yarns Autumn in New York collection yarn that was from like last fall 2022, and I'm holding it with Hobie Hobie Diablo. This is a mohair blend, so it's a really affordable option if you cannot afford purchasing 100% mohair. And I'm also using Darling J'ador's Essentials sweater pattern for this as well. So this is what it looks like. I believe on the last podcast I had literally just split for the sleeves, like just split. I did not have any other progress. So since then I knit this much of the body. That is so hard to show. Let's do it this way. Okay, so I split for the sleeves right here, and then I, like right after the podcast episode, then I knit the 4 colors. So I'm using 4 colors for this. I knit one of each of those for the body, and I really don't think I'm going to run out of yarn, but I just wanted to make sure, and I was like, I really want to knit the sleeves before I finish the body for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to run out of yarn, and I'm okay with a cropped body. I just want to make sure the sleeves are long enough. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to just do 1 stripe of each color, and then I put it on some on a different cable, and then I was like, and then I'll do both sleeves, and then I can cast back on for the body. So yeah, I did that because I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn. Also, I was really hoping I would be able to do like the cuffs on the sleeves and the ribbing at the bottom of the sweater all in 1 color, just because I think that looks better. But then I realized that that's most likely not going to happen, because before I did the sleeves, I tried it on with the body and it was already getting semi-long. And I ended on the cream, so then I'd have to do a stripe of this like blue and then the charcoal before I get back to this light taupe color and to do the ribbing, and I was like, that might get a little too long for my preferences. And I was also like, well, and I don't know what color it's going to get to for the sleeves, like at what length. Like once I knit to the length that I want and then add the cuff, I'm not sure what color that's going to be, because I didn't do math and I honestly didn't care enough to figure that out. So I was like, I will just knit the sleeves and then I can knit them to the length that I want, and by the time I get to the length that I want, including the cuff, I'll do it in whatever color I get to at that point, and then whatever color that is on the sleeves, I will then do that to the body. So at least all of the cuffs and ribbing that's on the bottom side of the sweater will all match, if that makes sense. So I ended up ending on the dark gray, brown, blue color, which, I mean, it's really cute. I don't think I'll mind it quite as much. Yeah, it doesn't look awful. I wish that all the ribbing would match, but it is what it is, and it doesn't look bad since it's on like opposite sides of the sweater. Also, pattern wise, I just went rogue on my sleeves. I honestly didn't fully understand how the decreases were supposed to work, and I also would like them to be a little bit more baggy, so I kind of just not sporadically did decreases, but I think I did a full stripe of each color before I even started doing any decreases at all, and then I would do 2 decreases per round every 12 rounds until I got to the last like 2 or 3 rows, and then I was doing a little bit more of a rapid decrease, just so then it would have like a nice little balloon effect. And then I also went down to a 3.25 millimeter needle for the cuff, and the rest of the sweater I'm using a 4 millimeter needle for. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, other than that, I love how this sweater is turning out, and I'm really proud of the progress that I made. I'm done with the cuff on this one. I just need to cast off and then add the other sleeve in. It's not like a top priority project for me, and so I'm not working on it every single day. It's more when I feel like it, when I don't want to work on my other projects. So it's not getting a lot of rapid progress at one time. So as long as I get this done by like September 1st, I will be very happy, which I think I should be able to do that. Again, I'm in no rush, but also I would like to get it done so I can enjoy wearing it this fall. And I think that's a good goal to have. That's almost a month and a half away, so I think I can reasonably get this done in that time. Very, very, very happy with how this is turning out so far, and I cannot wait to have this nice cozy sweater to wear this fall and winter. Okay, my next whip, which I can't remember if I had started this or not. I'm sure I talked about it because I was planning on starting it, is a sock. So this is Sorella yarn, and this colorway is Sybil, and it is from her Downton Abbey collection. It's this nice, really, really pretty blue color, and I am knitting socks for my mom out of this color. So I am, this far, I'm in the middle of the heel right now. This is another project that hasn't been top priority, so kind of more of just when I felt like working on it, I would work on it. I got a lot done on vacation. I'm actually pretty sure I started it when I was in Michigan, and I got through a lot of the leg, and then I think I actually got through pretty much the whole leg, and then I set it down for several weeks, and then I finally picked it up this past week to work on the heel. So I'm doing cuff down, heel flap and gusset, 15 or 20 rounds for the cuff, 2x2 ribbing, and I did 55 rounds for the leg, 60 stitches. I feel like such a knitting podcaster when I'm just like spewing off all the numbers of everything that I'm doing for socks. I find that really funny. But yeah, not much to talk about. I love just how the tonal is looking with the stitches. Very simple, but very cute. Yeah, having a lot of fun knitting on this whenever I get the chance. And hopefully by the next podcast, I could at least finish the sock. This is also another sock. I'm in no hurry to finish it, so I'm just kind of taking my good old time. On to my last whip. It is another design, which I'm so excited about. I have not even talked about this, and I have not started it. I have not had any yarn for it since the last podcast episode, so I'm very excited to talk about it. So a little bit of a backstory. I am going to a yarn event in August, and so I of course wanted to make my outfit for it because that only seemed like the right thing to do. So I wanted to crochet a tank top because it is August, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna lean on the side of it's gonna be a little bit warmer out, and I can always add more layers if it is cold. And I also really wanted to make a design. I've had the idea to crochet a ribbed tank top for a couple years now. I just never got the chance to do it. I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to finally make that design, and so I reached out to Cascade Yarns because they have one of my absolute favorite cotton yarns for garments, and that is their Ultra Pima cotton. It is the best, and they were so generous to send me some of the yarn for this design. It does not really look much like a tank top, but I will show you what I have so far. So this is the front. So I'm obviously crocheting in 2 panels. So this is the front, and as you can see, where it comes up is where I'm going to do the straps. So it's just going to be like this. And then I have the back panel. So I just blocked these a couple days ago. Now all I need to do is seam them together, and then I'm going to add the straps. So I'm very, very close to finishing this. The reason why I have not finished it yet is because I wanted to take a bunch of notes. As I was crocheting it, I was casually taking notes in my notes app, but I wanted to like very specifically write detailed notes for every single round, stitch, counts, everything before I seam it together and do the straps. So that is why I've not gotten that much done on this over the past couple days. I'm working on the notes right now, so hopefully in the next couple days, if I can finish the notes today, I can maybe start on it later today or in a couple days. We'll see on finishing it up, and then it'll be done, which is so exciting. It's designed to have a little bit of negative ease, so it is going to stretch a little bit. So yeah, I'm super excited. And yeah, I can't decide if I should release the pattern for this year yet, because it probably I know it would get released until September, so I don't know if it's still worth to do a tank top pattern that late in the season, or if I should wait until next spring. I don't know. I can't decide, because like I want to share it now, but I'm like, well, is it better to wait until next year? I don't know. I can't decide. So let me know what you think. And I should also probably show you the stitch pattern. So this is a ribbed pattern that I created a couple years ago. I kind of designed it with it wanting to kind of look like a 2x2 ribbing, so it kind of has these like hills and valley look to it, if that makes sense. You can kind of see how it kind of goes up and down a little bit. So yeah, I do have a hat pattern and a washcloth pattern that both use the stitch. You just search like ribbed washcloth pattern or ribbed hat pattern on my blog. You will be able to find it if you want to look at this stitch pattern for yourself. Really happy with how this is turning out, and I cannot wait to wear it. And I've also been vlogging the process of crocheting this top, so be on the lookout for that video as well. That will be coming hopefully shortly after I post this video as well. So that is all of the knitting and crochet content that I have for today. So what have I been reading? So I recently finished Finlay Donovan is Killing It. Couldn't tell you the author, totally forget what the author's name is, but I will have it linked down below, and it was so good. At first when I started reading it, I was thinking it would be maybe like a 4-star read-ish, and then like the end was so good, and there are at least 2 or 3 more books in the series, and like as I was reading it, I was like, yeah, this is good, like I'm really enjoying reading it, but I don't think that I feel the need to read the second or third one. And then I read the last like paragraph of the book, and I was like, oh crap, I need to finish the series, I need to read the next book. So yeah, I don't want to give really anything away about the book other than it's about a writer, it's a murder mystery, it's funny, there's like some comedy in it a little bit. So I did really enjoy that, and that was a quick read. And I'm currently listening to Hooked. I can't believe I just forgot what it was called. Hooked by Sutton Foster. I literally have like 30 minutes left of the audiobook. It is so good. I'm really enjoying it. Sutton Foster, she is an actress. She's done so many things on Broadway, as well as she's done some TV shows like Younger. She starred in that, and she's a huge crocheter. And so she released her autobiography, Hooked, How Crafting Saved My Life, a couple years ago, and I just now got to listen to it, and it is a joy to listen to. I love listening to autobiographies, and hearing about other people's lives, I find that really interesting, and this one has been really enjoyable because she makes crochet and crafting references that I know and I understand, and so it's been really fun listening to that. I can't wait to finish that later today. I don't think there's really anything else. I'm so excited for fall. I feel like every time I'm meeting up with a friend or someone, we end up talking about fall and how excited we are. So I'm like already in that mental headspace of fall. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, I'm so excited and really looking forward to the next upcoming season because it is my favorite. So I don't think I have really anything else to talk about, but yeah, I hope you all have a lovely cozy day, and I will see you next time.